simply conclude contract.
He sort of goes, oh, yes, well, is it a bit lapsed, so...
Yes, just wanting to make sure that you, that we were able to pass on our thanks for the service, as it were.
Yes, no, more than welcome. You guys paid your bill.
Yes, didn't see either of your operatives, so they did their job very well. Yes, we even moved around a lot, so either they weren't there at all or they did their jobs expertly.
Yeah, they were definitely. I mean, if they weren't there, I would. We'd have to kill them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, so well, like I say, they did their jobs expertly there. Yeah, I think that was everything. So, thank you.
Okay. Well, good day. It's kind of a little perplexed, but.
I'm going to say, Standish, do we need to check that they haven't got another contract on the Hogfather, or are we okay because he can't die?
Oh, no, there's good, yes, point. Dr. Chrysis, just one more question, please.
Yes?
Sorry. Obviously, you remember that there was the gentleman that we were protecting.
Yes.
The deity known as the Hogfather, whose existence is linked to reality as we know it.
Yes.
We were just curious if you might be able to tell us if you had another contract out against him, or if indeed you did have one.
Such information would probably only be for, members of the guild looking to take on any contract.
Okay, thank you, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Standish, don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very well. Of course, confidentiality is as confidentiality does, and I'm sure it's basically your only business, being an assassin.
We appreciate it.
Yes, things must be private.
Indeed.
Anyway, good day.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.
He nods as you guys walk out. Cool. You guys.
So who wants to sneak back in?
I might have a potion of invisibility, but if we're going to do that, I'd probably say we want to cause some sort of musical distraction outside, and then send Johnson in.
Wait, what? I'm not just some sort of.
You're small and wiry, and people don't notice you.
No, you're just going to volunteer me for jobs.
Right, Johnson, would you like to be involved in something which you would be very good at, and it would be very helpful?
You want me to sneak into an assassin's guild?
Yes.
Yeah.
And steal their logbook?
I can't see a way that could possibly go wrong, Standish.
Do the other jobs, and we can always talk about it, but I think it would be very useful and helpful of you. Maybe leave it until, night time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll trick assassins. The dark.
It just means you have less of a chance of being seen, just by virtue there is light.
Jules just shakes his head at Standish.
Look,
Or I could wild shape as to something very small and inconspicuous.
Wait, what? Sorry,
April, what was that?
I said the other option is that I can wild shape into something very small and inconspicuous, but I'm not going to be able to take anything out.
Johnson sort of goes, what about, yes, but also then you'll have the reading comprehension of whatever small, squeaky thing that you turn into, right?
Well, I suppose.
Oh, my picture is done.
What was that? Sorry, the end bit?
That was a voice message from my sister playing. That wasn't me.
That's okay, because it sounded muffled and
broken.
Yeah, sorry, my auntie's got fat and we were just enjoying that. Carry on, everybody.
I can disguise myself as a gentleman in there, and go in. But if he's already in his office, then that's quite clearly going to cause problems. So I don't really know. Belcourt, do you have anything to suggest that we could try right now?
Well, Sneaking is not my forte.
Ooh.
As for like open arm, an armed conflict, I'll have your back if that's what you that's what you're asking. But other than that,
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I mean, if we are to sneak in, I'm not probably the best candidate for it.
Yeah, Johnson goes, is there any particular reason to sneak in? What's the...
It feels very much like they are hiding something. Obviously, they're hiding
assassins.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's why I said obviously. We asked them if there were any other contracts that had been, lapsed or even existing against the Hogfather, and they said that it wasn't something they would be able to discuss. So Ava and I are purely...
Who's he?
Standish just turns away and walks off.
He's right, well that settles that, I guess.
Going to the papers then.
Cool, so you guys wander out back into Ankh-Morpork.
So, did we need to go back to the post office? No, we only left him there yesterday. Family won't be that quick.
No.
Right, off down this way then. Ooh, the Baker's Guild.
The Baker's Guild.
Standish gets down here and realises no one's followed.
Yes. Baker's Guild. What do bakers have to have a guild for?
Yes, Johnson goes, I don't know, maybe the bread's unionized? I don't know.
The yeast is unionized.
One baker from having a monopoly.
Cool, so head down to Gleam Street.
Are you two coming down?
I mean, did you hear somebody talking? Where did they go?
Johnson, can you send a message to them?
Johnson messages you guys like, where are you?
It sounds like that as well. Where are you?
Yeah, it's a bit muffled, like.
Well, by the palace grounds, actually.
Johnson, come on, Gleam Street, we're at the newspaper office.
All right, I'm trying to find a sign that
Just
says.
head south.
Okay.
Turning in a circle, looking for a sign. Come on, Ava. Oh wait, no, you can't hear me either.
No, yeah, Ava just went to.
Did she just go?
I'm imagining so. It's about 1:30. She said she was going to be a couple of minutes at 1:30.
No, it's fine. I'm still here, guys. I'm just. He's not coming till 7 now. About 7. So.
Yeah.
I had just zoned out. I apologize.
That's fine.
I'm at an intersection. I have no idea where to go now. I'm looking for. Easy Street and Cable Street. Huh.
I think Standish probably just walks to the end here, the junction.
I feel
like,
Oh.
Over here, come on.
Yeah, quite obvious, large red devil-looking guy. You know, you guys can spot Standish out in the crowd.
Don't make me start playing music. If anything, I should just be walking through the town, just playing Hog's Watch. fucking carols. That's what Standish does, just in general.
Does Standish know any Hogs Watch carols, or is he making them up?
He's making them up. Making them up.
Give me give me a history check and a performance roll.
He's basically ad-libbing songs based on what he knows, like physical characteristics.
So give me a history check.
Say 17.
Okay, that's pretty good. Performance.
Oh, not good. It's a performance.
The content is good, but the songs are a little bit they're a bit awkwardly written, you know.
He's got a big face and he's got 4 trotters and he's bigger than a man, but he's not quite as big as a troll.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys hear terrible Christmas carols, Hogs Watch carols being sung. As you start doing that, a head pops out of the newspaper office and goes, "Ah, the heroes, yes."
Standish is playing the flute, so he can't actually respond.
William DeWitt goes, "Oh, well, you don't actually know he'd be called William DeWitt." I guess this chap goes, "Wait, 1 second," and then pops back in.
One of them is called William DeWitt that ran away from me because whilst there the last time I went, "Oh, I'm here to see William," and they were like, "Oh, he's leaving."
So that guy, yeah, Stan, did you see that guy pokes his head out, pops his head back in, and then comes back out with a notepad and a pencil, and goes, "Can I ask you a few questions? It was a quite impressive display you guys put on at the palace the other day. Is there anything you want to tell us about that? Or is it, how did you guys get to know how to fight dragons? Is that?"
Puts away the flute, but gets out the ass bongo so that he can continue to perform whilst he's being interviewed. Just, you know.
I'm going to want an ass bongo's performance. Okay.
I thought you'd never.
Which is not a phrase I thought I'd be using in D&D, but there you go.
Sorry, I'm just.
Roll your bongos.
Bongo chat.
Yeah, your performance.
Oh no, I'm using lucky. Right, that's better. 31.
Okay, cool. Yes, you seamlessly switch to playing the ass bongos.
And somehow it's better.
Oh, it's definitely better. This time the rhythm's much more cohesive.
Is this fine gentleman's question?
The guy goes, "Well, that was actually kind of to Olaf. Would you guys like to step inside the office? We could sit down, you could drink, you could answer me some questions, maybe make a statement for the newspaper."
That sounds fantastic. I'll take me.
He goes, "Go, come in." Welcomes everyone in.
Actually, have you got Scotch? I saw that on a bottle in the shelf in the bar. I'm interested to try it.
Yeah, you guys are welcomed into the newspaper office.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have you all inside there. Apparently I didn't put anyone down in here. Give me a second. There's supposed to be people in here.
Hello?
This, yeah. So yeah, as you guys go in, you see it's a relatively small building, packed out quite thoroughly with desks and it's not necessarily bustlingly busy, but like it's pretty busy. There's like the talk of people in the background, speaking over the desks or whatever, like the sort of clatter of typewriters,
yeah,
as people tap away.
That's exciting. So this is Ankh-Morpork's first print newspaper office, is it?
Yes. We exclusive deal with the men who run the printing press. Yeah, it's quite fast paced on the go, you know. So you guys, yes, would you follow me through? We could go into the boardroom and.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean,
or into the office.
Maybe in return for us giving you this interview, you might be able to help us with something.
I try my best. He goes, "Please, into my office." Yeah, you guys.
Sure.
You can follow into there if you want to. Johnson does and sits down.
gents. Standish just drags you in.
Whoa! Calm down.
Yeah, pushes Valcor through the door. Go on, go in.
Ugh.
I
feel like I'm in principal's office.
Introductions. My name is William DeWord, and I these somewhat of your names, I think. You, the big shiny guy there, Valcor, I believe. And the large devil-looking gentleman, I believe you are Standish.
Captain Roger, thank you.
My apologies. And the other two of you, I don't believe I've come across the names of. Sorry, your name? And he looks to you, Aoife, as he says that.
I'm Eva Cossack. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure. And the small gentleman there? Yes, Johnson looks at him and goes, really, dude? Well, I mean, you see the guy quite gets a little flustered and embarrassed. And Johnson goes, whatever. Yeah, Richard Johnson.
He's got a little Johnson.
Richard Johnson.
Yeah, well, yes, if you must. Try not to be so, whatever the word is. Anyway.
We call him Little Dick.
Johnson just face palms. This.
Proud of your accomplishments, Johnson. He's a doctor of stealth and cunning.
So in this corner here, William sort of gestures to a drinks cabinet and goes, "Is there any particular tipple?"
Wine.
He sort of brings out some glasses, sets them on the table down here, and brings out a bottle of wine, pours a glass of wine for you, Standish. Anybody else? Sort of offers it.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Valcor, a drink?
Valcor grunts and doesn't answer.
William looks at everyone else and goes, "Is that normal? Does he?"
I think he likes the fact that you knew who he was.
But I mean, he's a large, shiny paladin in the middle of Ankh-Morpork. We don't really get paladins.
But Valcor is a man of few words, and he appreciates his privacy.
I mean, I might suggest not publicly fighting dragons and then addressing a crowd.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't go shouting his name. It's probably more one of our fault that somebody managed to pick that up.
Yes, I mean, if anything, he needs to be mad at you. Right?
He might not be mad at you. I think he's just mad in general.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, I guess. If the guy kind of at that goes to the cupboard, picks up a bottle of whiskey and goes, "Here, sir," puts it in front of Valcor.
Delightful whiskey.
I inspect the bottle.
Oh,
okay, very nice. Give me. What would Valcor use to inspect of that? Would he just visually, or?
Oh, just checking for a label and checking for a label. Like I'm not.
Okay.
I check the label and I uncork the bottle and I sniff it.
Yeah, on the front it just says Uncle Bobcat's famous whiskey, and as you uncork it and smell it, just like that, like raw, strong alcohol scent, like hits your nose. It smells a bit sort of paint strippery, It's pretty strong, but like smells. I imagine it's what Valcor will be looking for.
I take a small sip.
From the bottle, or do you pour it into a glass?
With the bottle. Do I see any glasses on the table?
He did bring out glasses onto the table. Yeah,
he's put the glasses on the table, but he handed you the bottle.
Yeah, power move if you just drink from the bottle.
No, I drink from the bottle. Just a little.
You drink from the bottle. The guy goes, "Oh, the whole bottle." Well, okay, fair. I put it on in front of you. Right, okay.
Honestly, whether or not he's noticed, but Standish is looking offended at the fact that he offered other people a glass of his wine. It's like, you're not leaving me with that. Okay.
Let me see if he rolls pick up on that. He rolled a nat 20.
So he definitely picked up on that.
His perception check. He sort of, as Valcor takes a swig from the bottle, he sort of looks at you and goes, I mean, feel free to have the bottle of wine. Anyway, so can I get a sort of background on you guys? I'm trying to write a piece on the dragon and the fight for the paper. Well, this evening's paper, really, ideally. So, yeah. Anything you'd like to? Is there any sort of messages you guys are trying to put out there? What is it you? Yeah, I mean, we just I just want to write a good sort of warm story about heroes that saved the city, which itself, you guys killed a dragon.
Well, we are 4 adventurers who came from different places, different backgrounds.
How did you come to be? I mean, you don't look like you're from anywhere on the disc.
No.
So how did you come to be here?
I'm from one of I'm what do you call tiefling, which means one of my parents was an infernal being.
Infernal being?
A devil.
A literal devil?
A literal devil. You have gods here. I don't know if you have devils.
No, certainly jinns and so on. Yes, all sorts of
right, well,
things.
they're not kind of more. The devils are like on a plane of existence that we actually categorically know as hell, or in fact 9 levels of it. And I own a small portion of that.
So you're a real estate investor?
Let's say I'm a landlord.
Oh, that won't go down well.
No, it's a business, actually. I'm a small business owner.
Okay, what business do you have in hell?
It's a bar.
You're a bar in hell?
Yes, it's called One Hell of a Bar.
Oh, witty, I like
Thank
it. Yes,
you,
very
yes,
good.
but
So you see him furiously scribbling down as you give him this.
But they also have stripping imps.
Oh, you were at a strip club. That seems more fitting, I must admit.
Decent things.
Yeah.
Also jazz.
So after you've given him that information, you go, so yes, you guys came. So how did you come to be in Moorpork?
We have no real idea how we came to be on the disc. Some cataclysmic wizardy magic brought us here.
Ah, so you guys are involved with the Unseen University?
We know members of the Unseen University, yes. We've worked with them.
In what capacity? Is that you test subjects? Or you
can say that. I don't necessarily think any of us were willing.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it goes with wizards.
We know the head wizard. I'm sorry, it's been a while and I've had a lot of concussions.
Nice.
The gentleman who runs it, Ridcully, is it? We've met him, sure.
He was...
No, not being critical, just more for the piece, just information is...
Yeah, we don't need to mention about different wizards. We know they brought us here because, I don't know, what was...
They told you?
They were looking for help, and they were doing some magic.
Oh, so you responded to some sort of interplanar call for assistance?
Standish begins actually looking a little bit, frantic at the others.
He goes, okay, I'll come back to you. He looks to you, Valcor. He goes, Mr. Valcor, what's your story then? He goes, other of course than a hero who saved the city from a dragon.
Is this necessary? Valcor takes another swig from the bottle.
He goes, it'd be quite nice if we could write a complimentary piece about you in the paper. You, again, after all, you did save the city from a dragon. Not an everyday occurrence. People would love to read about it.
I'd rather stay anonymous.
Well, I can appreciate that, but I mean, you do know that the majority of the city got introduced to you after you killed the dragon, right? He looks a little scared of you, Valcor, and a little apprehensive, to be brutally honest.
Did actually introduce...
Rust announced you all to the city in a public forum, so he's like, He's a bit like, he doesn't want to be rude, but at the same time, he's like, I believe that ship might have sailed. Like,
I know you want anonymity, but that might not necessarily.
yeah, that ship might have gone. Like, do you want to see it, Falco? Do you want to roll maybe a perception check to see if you pick up on that vibe? Oh yeah, you definitely pick up on the fact that he's trying to be polite because you're a big scary guy in his office, and you'd save the city and him. So it's like he's trying to be polite, but also he's kind of got a point.
I'll give a shout out to my previous employer. Well, actually, current employer. I'm technically still employed by the City Watch at what was the friggin'.
Yeah, you were part of the watch somewhere. Wait, let me find out.
It was before Ankh-Morpork. So what was the city called?
I think you were in Stolat, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I explained this to him that I'm employed there, and I give a shout out to my boys. And,
the Stolat watch.
Yeah. This is where I hail from. I don't go into any detail, anything prior to that, because that would be a bit difficult to explain. But
yeah, so he goes. So yeah, as you go through that, he goes. So were you born in Stolat? Were you raised there, or did you come to be here for other means as well?
I may or may not have traveled to Stalwart. What? Sorry.
Just give me an insight check, would you?
14.
14. I think even on a 14, Valcor would probably. I reckon you'd probably be cautious about how much information you let out, and you might try and sort of. I think at a 14, you probably try and just rein in how much he gets to know by giving some sort of plausible bullshit background. Yeah. I think Valkyr on that insight, you would feel like being 100% honest would probably be detrimental.
Okay, so it would be wise to disclose.
I mean, your 14 is still relatively high. You would just be probably don't want to just be I'm sort of like a
interdimensional traveler.
Yeah, in some sort of crazy interdimensional time traveler who came here to assist.
Yeah, I feed him like a bullshit story that I came to Stalwart I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a young boy or something with your dad in the military, or with some family in the military or something.
Yeah, just like a benign, basic default,
atypical background sort of thing.
So, but I do tell him about Stalwart and the City Watch there.
Cool. So he goes, "Oh, so yeah, you were." Stolat boy, sort of by choice, and yeah. Oh, well, admirable, Mr. Valcott, admirable. Yes, well, we in Ankh-Morpork appreciate your continued service, the attempt to protect our city. Well, you were successful. Yeah. And he looks back and goes, so, Miss Aoife Cossack, what about you? What's your story?
Druid. I lived in the woods. I loved in the woods, and I ended up here.
Goes, an interesting tagline. So, what woods were you? Are you a Discworld native, or did you come here? There are the means.
Native, very boring.
Because Aoife's a wood elf, right? Not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think wood elves are kind of canonically somewhat a Discworld thing. Elves are a little bit different in Discworld anyway. Elves sort of.
Dan.
Yeah, elves in the Discworld, canonically, sort of more. I mean, they don't live in the same place as everyone else anyway. They sort of live in again another plane of reality, and are they're mostly exceedingly chaotic.
Well, I'd say that Aoife is chaotic.
Yeah, Pratchett's elves are more like Irish versions of Fae and Fairy.
Like they're sort of like dangerous Fae here. So when you say wood elf, he kind of raises an eyebrow. It's like an elf. So you were not the kind of
No, she's not going to steal children. Don't
steal you through a stone circle elf. And okay, well, all right. So what sort of elf is? You have to excuse my ignorance. We don't really get social elves in Ankh-Morpork. Sort of looks to you, Aoife, and is like, yes, so...
Are you writing an article about us?
Yes, I said so, yes. We're reading a piece for this evening's paper. I believe the city should know who...
Turn into a rabbit.
Can I read the draft?
Of course, yes. We would never assume when we publish anything about you wouldn't want said to a point. I mean, we will obviously publish things about anybody as long as what we're saying is true. We don't want to be known as a fabrication, outlet, as it were.
I'm just a little shy of the media.
Well, yes, I'd much rather you got to tell us your story rather than other people telling your story, you know?
I'm just a druid.
Yes, so a druid. From what forest do you hail from? Is there anywhere, you would... where did you consider home?
I have to look at the map.
Yeah. Do you want a link for a map?
Yes, please. The forest to the right.
Forest to the right.
To the south, do you mean?
Yes.
There you go. I'll just message you.
Thank you. Okay.
I believe in what we'd started canonically, you were like in a forest on the Stowe Plains somewhere, or like somewhere around there.
Yes, that's it. Because I wasn't far from Ankh-Morpork.
No.
I came here from the Stowe Plains.
So you're just what was it you were a druid of? What does being a druid entail? Please enlighten me. Obviously, most of the druids we get around here sacrifice people on stones to the gods.
So just give her a bit of confidence. Just give her a wink.
So you give her a wink, and as you do, Pedro hops from your shoulder over onto Aoife's knee, and it's just like whack.
What am I rolling for?
Any rolls, you've got a plus D8 and a help action.
Lovely. I'm just trying to find out where I put Aoife's stuff. Ah, there it is. What was the question? You guys know your characters a lot better than I know mine, okay?
That's all right. So you see what the question goes. So what does your sort of druid being involved? Like I say, our druids are sort of sacrifice people on stones to bloodthirsty gods sort of thing. Is that
I'm more worried about balance and nature.
So yeah, how does that? So I guess how does that work? Is that a valid question?
Well, personally, I put things right when they're wrong, and I do my best for the world around me.
Yes, it's admirable, but does that involve, like, what? He sort of goes, quite extraordinary. So what mechanics how do you achieve that? Are you just...
Where do you come from?
Sorry?
Where do you come from?
Well, I mean, I'd be quite happy to tell you, but the article's more about, you guys.
You're asking a lot of questions, and it's stressing me out.
I'm a newspaper. we ask questions. So what?
I agreed to be interviewed.
I just want to, the public as it is. Weren't you introduced by You know,
I weren't introduced by anybody. I wasn't even there when the dragon attacked. I was a crow. This is out of character. I was a crow. No one knows. No one saw Aoife.
So I mean, that's true actually.
I was a crow afterwards because I wild shape before we came out of the palace.
Yes, I guess no one would know about Aoife in that regard. Maybe that. I mean, so they wouldn't know that you were there, but Ankh-Morpork is a city of rumour. Give me a second. I'm going to roll something.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you've 100% been
know
linked.
the four of us are.
Yeah, the public have seen you guys wandering around doing shit. Like they know your face for sure.
100%. But I maintain that I had nothing to do with this dragon. No one saw me, so. And I can roll. Would you like me to roll for that? I'd like to roll for that.
You could for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It is a lie to an extent. So.
But.
Give me a deception roll. Or
certainly, sir. Oh.
It's either going to be deception or persuasion, but they're both charisma based, so the modifier is probably not going to be that different on either.
Yeah, it's no different for each one. Yeah. I'll roll deception. Oh, fuck.
So if you're saying that, like, the guy goes, so you just hang around with these guys all the time, and the time I saw you, as I ran out of the office, as you tried to come to speak to me, but I was too busy chasing down a dragon and trying to get a picture for the newspaper. You didn't have anything to do with that?
I did not.
He goes, oh, right.
I did not come out of the palace with these guys after they'd quelled the dragon. I was elsewhere.
I'm just going to see if he... Because he would have had... let's find out. Okay. Right, in fact, before I do another roll, let's turn on the camera.
Oh.
So what we're going to roll for here is that if his vampire photographers saw anything of what was going on inside. Yeah, so, I mean, you characters don't know that they're vampires yet, but the guy who works for him is a vampire. And so he would have been able to detect what was going on. But I need to roll to see where he was. So what we're going to do is when I roll this D20, if it lands on even, he was somewhere on the roof that you guys didn't spot. And if it was odd, he wasn't. So we'll go from there. 17. Odd. So no, he wasn't anywhere to see you. So we're just going to say... He's going to say, okay, well, I mean, I guess I can't make you give a statement, but how do I say this? Ankh-Morpork is a place of rumour, and sometimes it's just better to
ask me to give a statement.
I mean, just, interview. I asked you guys to come in, and I was honest. I was like, You
asked you guys. You didn't say, Aoife, would you mind being interviewed?
Yes. Okay. Well, I guess we're being awkward then. Fine. And he goes...
Aoife is awkward all round. I think you'll find so.
He goes, well, sir, Dr. Johnson, anything you'd like to say? Johnson just sort of looks at him and goes, oh, well, I mean, I was here for a while before. I've been looking at the university, and most of the people know who I am, so there's nothing I need to say. He goes, I'll take that as a no as well then. Okay. I mean, thanks for answering my questions. Is there anything I could answer for you? Because
I think that a couple of pointers. You don't necessarily need to write much in your article about where we came from and our histories and our past. That is our, private thing. The fact is, we were we all managed to come to Ankh-Morpork, and we met.
And we killed the dragon.
And we killed the dragon, yes.
But people already know that, though, you see, so I need just... It's fine, I won't tell people that much about who or what you came from, I guess. It's not a...
You can mention that Lord Rust made sure he stayed inside the palace until the dragon was defeated.
He goes, I could shoot myself in the face, too, but, it would achieve much.
You asked for more information to put in there. I would happily give you a play-by-play of the battle.
He goes,
My cousin's coming around the corner, mates, so I'll be back in a minute. Role play without me. Aoife's dozed off in the corner.
He goes, I would be happy to take that. Maybe, yeah. Be careful dealing with this new monarchy, don't you?
He's not going to be around for that long.
Yes, but while he is, he's dangerous.
The gentleman has been put in place so that dragons don't come, and when dragons come, he hides.
If he sort of scribbles this one down, what you were saying, as he's doing, almost sort of have it, and goes, oh, doesn't surprise me, but I'm sure his account of the matter will be different.
Yes, and unfortunately, the 20 or so guards of his who all lost their lives directly in front of the palace whilst being burnt alive by a dragon won't be able to give their statement.
The guy goes, "Oh, that's well, for us, that's a relative success. That's not the rookie numbers."
Yeah, he really sounds like a tyrant. Why on earth they put him? Surely there was someone. Is there not like a rightful king of this place? Like. Somebody better than that?
He goes, undoubtedly somewhere, I guess. Who knows? Anglopa works in strange ways. I know you're new here, but...
So, the matter in which you may be able to help us with, then, sure. Mr. DeWord.
He sort of puts his notebook down and goes, yes?
We fortunately, he's currently at the post office, and I'll have to bring him round, maybe soon.
You've met Moist.
Yes, he
is. Good character.
Pretty astute businessman, I would say.
Always gives a good statement too. Always knows how to tell a story, doesn't he?
Yes, he is very confident and quick thinking.
Yes, that is one way of putting it. Indeed, indeed.
So he's helping us with a small venture regarding Hogswatch. You'll be aware that there wasn't one this last year.
He goes, no, I haven't.
You've not noticed?
Sakurasa! And, really pale, sort of like two protruding teeth, like either side, like canines, really dark haired, but beautiful looking woman pokes her head around the door and goes, yes, William? He goes, is there a Hogswatch this year? And you see someone who has dealt with the extremities. Oh, okay. Well, I'll do this with you and then take a break while these guys are away.
His beard nipped off.
He's going to, yeah. You see someone who's dealt with like the extremities of time and having a memory, and goes, "Wait, no, there wasn't at all." He goes, thank you. He goes, no worries, and sort of bustles away. He's quite busy. He goes, so that's weird. And this is okay, right? So wait, tell me more.
You just Wait, how long are they going to be?
Just about 10 minutes.
Okay. So,
this was the right person to talk to.
Yeah, I started getting like, should I have told him any of that? Like, he's just gonna write out his like 4 adventurers, Valcor from Stokeland, blah 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 blah, the king of Aoife lived in the woods, bit of a druid, apparently part of the party, but wasn't apparently there during the dragon attack balloons.
Yeah.
To Richard Johnson. Unknown. From university.
No university loudmouth.
University loudmouth, dwarf, but doesn't carry an axe.
Yeah. apparent dwarf, but no axe.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's like a short paragraph about Standish and the fact that he's got a plane in hell. And
Standish, a surprising hero from from the plains of hell, owner of a strip club. But his heart's clearly in the right place.
Why did I tell him it was a strip club? Okay, you just turn around to see Standish is doing the one thing that Johnson recognises as like truly being worried, which is he's just twisting the top of his horn. Yes, please. No.
Yeah.
So is he, the way he's responded there, like he didn't actually notice, is that because somebody's done something to him to make him not notice, or is it just he's kind of a bit ignorant and he'd been busy with other things and it just hadn't crossed his mind?
Especially the player or as Standish.
As a player.
So Standish doesn't know. I think without further insight. But definitely acts as, well, not as if they were made to get, but as if it didn't happen because no one did it. You know?
Right.
Johnny had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, with the fur.
In the corner of the room, Aoife jerks awake singing that song.
The traditional wood elf shanty.
Yeah, from asleep to just singing in seconds. We're
I need to
just
change
waiting
her
for...
alignment to something chaotic. No joke. I actually do.
I'm absolutely sure that Aoife's impressionable self living somewhere like Ankh-Morpork would turn her chaotic.
100%. 100%. Would you say she's chaotic good or chaotic neutral? I think neutral.
Chaotic good, really.
Yeah, I think. Well, it did tell us. Are Aoife's
But yeah,
intentions?
I mean, it's you.
Yeah,
They are
Aoife-
not always pure. Like Aoife can be a little bit of a bitch sometimes, and she's still quite like. It's a tricky one. I'd say
Yeah, I'm not
neutral
sure
because she's
it's always
reasonably well balanced.
I mean, yeah. Say if well, yeah, I see you as quite good, but I suppose that's because in most cases you're like save the animals kind of thing. But
Yeah, but then at the same time, she's also winding up a newspaper person on purpose. She frequently winds people up on purpose, actually.
yeah,
I think something like that would, at worst, would be chaotic neutral.
neutral. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm going to say chaotic neutral because she was neutral before, and now she's sort of the same but more chaotic.
yeah. So if she was, for instance, I don't know, sacrificing hundreds of people just to save animals, then maybe it would be like chaotic evil, you know.
Well,
But
sacrificing hundreds of people just to wind someone up.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think she'd ever go that far. I think she's reasonably just, parked in the middle of most things. I mean, she really values balance, but also she can be a little bit of a shit, so.
seems right.
You eat fucking shit. Pasta salad later.
So I told you it was a good idea.
I'm so excited. Liv, we're having the first barbecue of the year tonight.
Oh my god.
My
God.
It's not that early, really, is it? Friends of mine had their first one in February.
Jesus Christ.
I
They were
outside February. The minute there was a bit of it was way too early and I was freezing cold.
Yeah, it's not light long enough at that time of year. You've got to start to get that like longer night vibe going before barbecues are a viable thing, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo I sent you of Biscuit full of quail?
Oh, I did. He's so cute.
So fucking fat.
A boob. My favourite is when they eat so much that their boob goes to the side, like their crop is so big that it just kind of slips down their side.
Jesus Christ. What did he have 4 chicks the day before and then he's
He had 3 yesterday.
Oh,
He
okay.
had 4 the day before. I mean, yeah, he's weighing about £1.13 now.
He's living his best life.
He's living his best life.
living his best chunk.
Does not
Fucking
know
hell.
what to do with himself.
Are we waiting for Velcor?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
He went to the kitchen. I assume he went for beers or something. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll find out when he gets back. You can ask him. What, where the fuck you been? Ether in a most threatening. Testing out that new neutral chaoticness. Just be like, Valcor. Slapping around his helmet. You're right.
Yeah. Pardon me. So, yeah, we're all just sat in William DeWord's office, like, just finger tapping.
just wait for Valcor to like snap out of the flashback.
Yeah.
Aoife snapped out whatever's going on with her just by singing like fucking, well, whatever that song was.
Go Rider. It's low.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Fucking.
There's sung that.
Well, I just realised that apple bottom jeans, like, they were actually just jeans with a picture of an apple on the back pockets. I thought that they were like bell bottoms, but just really round at the bottom.
No, it's just a brand.
Yeah, which I didn't realise. I thought that apple bottom jeans were just like bell bottoms with round, like, hoofs on the bottom.
Yeah, I just assumed they were a type of like flare.
Yeah, exactly.
They're literally apple bottom.
Yeah, they actually just got an apple on the bottom, and they're really pretty.
TICC.
Yeah, a little more room for the larger person.
THI. There was a specific dance that everybody was doing to that song when it first came out, which was before your time, Liv.
It came out when I was 12. I had it played at my 12th birthday party.
Oh, in uni.
It came out when I was 11 because I remember it being out when I was 12.
Playing at your 12th birthday. Just getting fucking rat-arsed in clubs listening to that. Jesus. I had like flatmate who really thought he could dance.
Oh god.
Like white boy kind of, and every time that song came out on like in the club, he'd just start doing it, like physically pushing people away to make space so that he could do this dance. He just,
oh my god.
And everybody
loved himself that much.
Because it was just so fucking funny.
Yeah, it came out in 2007, in October 2007.
I started university in September 2007.
I was starting year 7. No, finishing year 7 in 2007. I was 12.
It's always... Oh. You were starting year 7.
Just a child.
Valcor just goes like... Wait, snaps out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that whiskey's pretty strong. Or whatever it is, I have no idea.
Half a bottle of like this random fucking Ankh-Morpork spirit you've just taken down. So yeah, anyway, hop back to the what's it. So
yeah. Sorry. Standish had...
So yeah, so you were just saying to William about there being a Hog's Watch.
Yeah.
And he sat there, called Saccharissa, and as you sort of, you guys were sat there mulling that over, and William was sort of sat there looking quizzical. Saccharissa pops her head back around the door and goes, "Wait, William, there wasn't a Hog's Watch this year. What the hell happened?" He goes, "New top story. What happened to Hog's Watch? Find out now. Go." And she goes, and bustles out. He goes, "Wait, how did this? There was no Hog's Watch."
So, if I might give you a little bit more information.
Yes. The guy looks like
shocked.
Properly, insanely shocked. Like, wait, what the hell happened here? Because, like,
shit doesn't normally get past him.
I don't know if shit doesn't usually get past him, but he records things down. Like, he writes stuff. Like, his job is to tell the story of the city as it lives. And, like, the majority of the time that's been... So the Hog's Watch, for the past 4 or 5 years he's been doing this, has been a steady part of that.
Yeah.
Like, year on year. And, like, I think this is the realisation of someone who's just going... Not like, oh, we forgot to kind of do it this year. Has just realised how little fucking sense that makes in the context that it's been used.
Yeah.
And goes... And so he kind of looks to you and goes, "I hope you can, yes. So, wait. There must be Has some sort of magic happened? Is there a spell on the city? Why was there no Hogswatch?
I can give you our, information as much as we know, or I can bring the Hogfather here so he can tell you himself.
Tell me what you know for now, and our morning breaking story tomorrow can be an interview with Father. If you wouldn't mind, that would be.
Yeah.
So, Standish gives him the information, like
assassins and these people.
The Auditors of Reality is something to do with assassins, Mr. Tiatami, so he names him as well.
Okay.
They had kidnapped the Hogfather.
So as you're telling him this, he looks at you and goes, and so I can report all of this in the paper?
This is... I mean... No, we're under no duress.
Fantastic.
It might make things much easier, because once people read this and the information gets out, anybody that is harmed by this information is going to make themselves a bit more apparent.
So, what you're telling me is somehow Hogswatch has been heisted by these assassins and auditors trying to delete the Hogfather from ever having existed?
Well, not ever having existed, but rather they're attempting to stop the belief in him. The majority of the belief in the Hogfather is from, children have more powerful belief, I imagine is the thing.
Fascinating.
And if they can stop the children and people from believing in him, then they will kill him. He will cease to be a god, because gods only exist with pawns.
He goes, I see. Well, this is...
Whether or not they realise by doing so,
essentially,
so reality.
Wait, you mean...
This is what, as we understand it, but the Hogfather...
Where did you find... How did you know that this would end reality? Who told you? I mean, you know in your memory it was death.
Yeah.
And you know how to tell this guy that death told you that the world was good.
Look at me.
He's quite... eyes are quite locked on you, just in fascination of this story you're telling him.
You can appreciate, looking at a gentleman like me, like that I might have the ability to do things that you might not. So if I say I can go to hell, or even to heaven, it's not necessarily going to be as crazy as someone like, points at Johnson saying it, for example. Because look at me.
Wait, what did I do?
No, I'm saying you look normal and I look like a freak, Well, I'm a devil.
Yes, 1 second I'm normal and 1 second I'm a midget. You guys make your mind up.
Stop being so offending and everything! Stop playing the victim, Johnson! So, we spoke to Death. Look, gods are real, death is also real.
Death?
You'll meet him at the end of your life.
Wrap your head around that.
On. So, he goes, hang on, I think I need to back up a second. You meant, an abstract concept of death?
No, we met the eternal being that is...
But there's a literal Reaper Man?
Yes, yeah. He has the skull and the glowing blue eyes and
the scythe?
The scythe and the cape. And I imagine...
Wait.
Form.
1 second. No, he fully believes that. He goes, hang on. This is all quite a lot to take in.
Look, Mr. DeWord, I'm not necessarily saying that the public could do with this information. Maybe they don't need to know that there is a literal iteration of death. I am simply telling you that this was how we found out that this was an extremely serious thing.
You go, so... You... The Death himself, I guess their self, visited you and told you that the Hogfather had been captured and needed... This is incredible. So you are... Because you're not mad and you're not joking. This is 100% the truth. Just roll a persuasion for me. Very low DC, like DC 5.
19.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling the truth. Scout's honor. Oh, no, Captain's honor.
This is. So, what are you guys going to do to save?
Well, so what I find fascinating is this gentleman Rust has been put in place here in town, and one of the things with...
Wait, you're saying this is connected to this Hogfather fiasco?
Well, all I'm saying is I find it curious that the new monarch apparently decided that the Hogfather was responsible for dragons appearing, and that's why he banned Hogswatch.
But there wasn't a Hogswatch.
So he's banned celebrations for Hogswatch.
Oh my! So
it's almost like he's been put there to stop us from attempting to celebrate it in an effort to regain belief in Big Porky himself.
It's quite the conspiracy. Quite the conspiracy.
Yes, well, I am a devil after all.
The guy looks like visibly just shocked and is. You know when someone. They just like information hits them that they were party to in the first place, but just didn't penetrate their brain. Like he just is like all of this stuff you're telling him. Like he realizes, like I say, that they hadn't covered any sort of Hogswatch like holidays. There was nothing like that. There was no decorations put up. No one bought any. Like there was nothing giving gifts. Like
So what we plan on doing now is celebrating and attempting to reinstate faith in the man himself.
Because what can I help? Can we?
Yes,
if there's anything we can do, I mean, we have a platform that thousands of people read.
Hoping that we can encourage people to celebrate Hogswatch within their own homes rather than necessarily, out in the streets, because that's where the palace. Well, that's where Rust may find more information about it. If people do it within their homes and celebrate amongst themselves, generate that belief within their own families and communities, then it could help him get stronger.
The word goes on. Related, topic. Do any of you know where Veterinarian's gone?
No, we don't, do we? We haven't.
He goes, I know just through my sources that you had a couple of meetings with him.
Yes.
You were party to his...
He was, in fact, the person who hired us to find the Hogfather in the first place.
Ah. Well, this is fascinating. Fascinating stuff. I'm going to get our guys on writing articles for this evening's paper, and if you guys want to bring the Hogfather by tomorrow, I guess
we can do. Yes, of course.
Get a statement from him, and
he's currently at the post office getting his portrait taken by Stanley for some commemorative stamps.
Goes smart. I like your thinking. So,
but then when I asked Mr. Litvig, because we wanted to make some posters, and I asked him about printing. And then he said, "Well, we don't do printing. You need to go to the papers." And then
he goes, "Well, I could. Yeah, I mean, I could totally facilitate getting something printed for you guys with the print house. That would be, would be happy to help."
Yeah, fantastic. Okay.
Is there? I guess bring a design with you tomorrow, and I can have it reproduced. By.
I don't suppose you have any designers here, do you?
I mean. They're used to designing newspapers, but I'm sure we could get someone to...
Maybe I can bring Stanley.
Yeah.
Or just ask Stanley to help with something, because we're going to have to go to the post office later anyway. Yeah, sure, we'll work something out. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah. Well, that is utterly world-shattering for me. I have... a lot of work to do. He takes the half of the bottle of wine off Standish and just sort of chugs it down and like...
Oh, yeah, well, it's fine. I was finished with it anyway.
And just sort of like stares at the wall a bit and it's like, whoa. Please see yourselves out. You're welcome anytime. He definitely broke that guy a little bit.
Okay.
That was productive as fuck.
Yeah, it was good.
Standish breathes heavily once outside.
Yeah, so everyone
Oh,
hands
God,
out.
did we say all of the right things?
Take the bottle with me.
I think you did great.
Yeah, you take the bottle with you, Valcor. This dude barely even notices. Like, he is just, like, sort of a bit, like, world shattered. Like,
Mind blown.
how did this thing go on that I didn't report on? Like, you know, yeah, he's like, dealing with some shock right now.
Right. Great stuff. So, chaps, we've got possibilities for the next place. We can either go and talk to that dragon lady. I don't know if she might be able to help us at all. You know, answering any questions.
Definitely worth asking.
Or we can head to the university and see if anybody can help us there. Just, again, answer any questions with regarding how that dragon... It said to me, please help us, we don't want to do this. So somebody is, you know, doing something, and this place is all about magic, so...
I think we should go to both, because she might know how someone could possibly control a dragon, and I guess the uni might also.
Yeah, good plan.
So you guys are going to head to the Ramkin Manor?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, you guys head across town to Ramkin Manor?
We've been there before, so we
Yeah.
Say that shit with your chest.
Just checking with my phone.
Depending on... Oh, no, Sam would... Vimes would be at the...
Depending on the time of day, Vimes might be there. Yeah, Vimes is, you know, works often. Yeah, he's...
Oh, I hope he's there. I haven't seen him in ages.
So if it's after 6 o'clock, depending canonically on when this is, he would be there.
if young Sam was about. I think this may be slightly before that.
Sam,
yeah. Cool. Yeah, you guys turn back up. Move those character thingies over here. Back at the. What you doing there?
Sorry. The wrong way.
Yeah, you guys arrive at Ramkin Manor. What is it you are going to do?
We walk into the garden. Can we? I'd like to make a perception, see if I can see Lady Ramkin.
Okay.
Anybody else want to do one? Because I got that one.
She only rolled an 8. She's just bustling away.
Velcor, Aoife, do a perception check.
Perception check.
Valkor's blind.
He's got his visor down.
Yeah.
Velcor and Standish.
I'm also...
I think something to do with the drink.
Somehow Johnson goes, oh, let's hello. Points over in the garden.
Right. Lady Ramkin, yes, okay.
I bet Pocket would have found her.
Because it used thaumaturgy to not bellow, but send a voice close to her that says, Lady Ramkin,
just drop Pocket over the fence, you can go get her.
Kind of jumps and goes, what? Oh, hello! Like, walks over to the gate, sort of strides over and goes, again, Valcor, yeah, Aoife, Captain Standish, how are you? Oh, who's your friend?
This is Dr. Richard Johnson.
She goes, how do you do? Yes, hello. Johnson's not really good with new people. She goes, so, what's going on? Can I help? Is there...
Yes, yeah. Well, you're an expert in dragons.
Well, as much as anyone can be.
Of course, you're very
The
humble
dragon
about
has
it.
been here.
Did you see the gigantic dragon that flew over the city and attacked the palace recently, Mom?
I didn't see it myself. However, I have seen the pictures that were in last night's paper. Yes. Draconis Colossus, indeed.
Is that's
Where-
the scientific name, is it?
Yes, so
We have no idea where it came from. It just appeared over the town. I mean, you assume it has to have flown here rather than just flipped into existence. Unfortunately, we were engaged in battle with it because it was attacking a load of palace guards. And
oh no, you didn't kill it, did you?
I'm afraid that ended up being the only option.
Oh no,
But
that's a terrible shame.
I'm very sorry, like genuinely very sorry as well, especially because as it was dying, it said to me, "Please help, we don't want to do this." And we're now feeling like, well, of course you would understand dragons aren't aggressive, but we're worried that they're being manipulated to...
There must be somebody with powerful magic to be forcing dragons to do something. They are, well, as you know...
willful and stubborn, yes.
Yeah, they are
yes.
great magic, but they are also made of essentially pure magic. They are held together by things like belief, and they're incredibly powerful creatures.
Belief, you say?
Yes, dragons don't exist unless you believe dragons exist. Like, not those. No, but she's never seen my swamp dragons. They're there, whether you believe in them or not, the little blighters, as you know from the, his pocket.
Yeah, I'm going to hand him to her for a cuddle.
His own pocket! Hello! And, like, picks him up and, like, there's, like, just cradles him like a small baby in her arms.
Aww.
He's looking splendid! How has he been?
He's been so good. We all love him so much. Him and Johnson are starting to get on very well.
Johnson goes, he ate my shoes. She goes, oh, well, the occasional leather's not so bad for them. I hope you found some new ones. Anyway, so she just sort of starts talking to you with the dragon in her arms. So, what, you... Oh dear, this is terrible. So, did you guys tell her about the stuff going on with the Hogfather when you met her, or did you just ask her about dragons? I forget.
I don't remember.
Have a quick look in your book of tricks, Katie.
How long have you had him?
I mean, we did talk about the dragons. That's why we came here in the first place.
Yeah, you would have asked, but what I'm saying is, as much as you asked, did you ask when you asked about the dragons? Did you tell her about like the Hogfather at all, or did you guys not really mention that? I can't remember.
I don't necessarily think we mentioned that because it didn't really seem poignant to mention that to her. So yeah, I guess
because she says about powerful magic and what dragons are made of belief.
Yeah,
did you guys then maybe?
They did probably share that because we've already explained it all to Vimes anyway. And did he say his wife?
Yeah.
So
he said you should go and talk to Sybil.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
I don't know whether he would have told her the detail of it though.
But I think this would probably just assume that would get shared in a marital home. He doesn't necessarily think that Vimes would keep it to himself.
So, I mean, yeah, you tell her and tell her you told Vimes. He goes, oh, well, Sam can be a little... Yeah, well, he doesn't always remember to tell me what happened at work. It's great, But, so, the Hogfather is... She goes, hang on a moment. We didn't do Hogswatch this year.
Why?
How on earth did that... How did we just forget to... This makes no sense.
That seems to be the reaction from most people, Mum. Like you didn't even realise it was missing.
I'm going to roll an intelligence check for her. She got a nat 20, and Sybil gets a +8 anyway.
Wow.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's not like a. She's not a bimbo.
I fucking love her. She's my favourite. Sorry, Carrie.
She goes. I must talk to Sam. Did Sam realise when you said that there'd been no Hogswatch that there'd actually been no Hogswatch? Or
I mean, we spoke about it.
well, he's so absent-minded sometimes. I guess it probably happens to him. How could we need to? But how does no? Does everybody not remember like that we didn't? You can see she looks a bit flustered by this, but just trying to like piece together in her mind quite quickly like what's going on, and she's not like lacking in the intelligence to do so. And goes,
"Do you need to sit down?"
Yeah. She goes, yeah, but she passes pocket back to you, Aoife, and goes, here. Yeah, this is
Cute.
She sort of leans on the gate and goes, my God. So, what? The Hogfather? Is he gone? Is there?
No. So we were hired by veterinary initially to find the Hogfather because it was understood that his existence was very important and it had been missing. How veterinary?
Well, Hogswatch is just something we've always done, you know? It's just tradition.
Sure. So we were hired to do that, obviously after there had been no Hogwatch, and we discovered him at the Tooth Fairy Palace, and then Standish just told her everything.
Wow, that is right to the story.
Yes, sounds fantastical. Anyway, he's currently at the post office.
Wait, hang on, whoa. You're telling me the Hogfather is at the post office?
Well, we rescued him from the domain of the Tooth Fairy out of this bauble, which he gingerly wrapped in a handkerchief, takes out in his bag, and he's like, can they do something with this to make it slightly safer? And then tucks it back in. So he was trapped inside that thing, and then, well, what were we going to do with him? He wasn't exactly safe, was he? So he's just been tagging along. Pig-shaped, hairy friend.
I guess you told her about him being like trapped by magic and stuff.
Probably not, but I'd mention it now.
Oh, okay.
He isn't now being tracked. We've managed to break this spell on him. Valcor smashed him over the head repeatedly until the curse was broken. Who knew?
Magic works in funny ways. I learned that living in Ankh-Morpork, that's for sure. So, what are you going to do?
We're going to bring...
Okay, yes, I mean...
With a rock concert!
Wait!
No, I play jazz.
And it's almost like... the Give me an intelligence and/or perception check if everybody who wants to, like, gain... Or even an insight. Anybody who wants to gain some sort of knowledge here on, like, what's happened to the people of Ankh-Morpork.
Jesus Christ, I'm rolling lucky again. Standish isn't doing well.
Who got the 20 there? Who was that?
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. Very nice.
Standish got that 1.
Aoife.
I get +7 on perception checks, so I get so fucking excited every time that you're like, you roll a perception. I'm like, yes, I'm there.
On that perception check, give me an insight as well, if you were.
Of course, sir.
Do I have to roll it?
If you want to, if Valcor's trying to learn anything here, if Valcor's not that interested,
Valcor's preoccupied with the bottle still.
Jesus Christ!
So, yeah, on that,
it's already 22.
Oh, remember you've got Bardic, Aoife, that you can use on that.
Oh, well, how do I use that again? I'm so sorry. Do I roll an extra?
D8, I think. It's a D8, isn't it?
D8, yeah.
Yeah.
I shall. Oh, nice.
Awesome. So that's an 18.
7 plus 11. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Aoife, you're a druid, so like certain types of magic are your thing. But not only that, you have like an exceptional knowledge of plants and stuff like that as well. And like you've seen people forget things like this from like eating weird and wrong plants and stuff. You know, like mushrooms that will fuck you up, or like mistaking something for something that it's not. But like magic-wise, like you just know that this isn't something that you've necessarily seen before, but you recognize like some sort of insane like magical curse or something going on here. You can't quite pinpoint it because it's not within like your realm of magic, but like even though that isn't what you would practice, like you are good enough within your own realm to know when something is fucking with something. And like
can I share this with my more magically gifted comrades?
Sure, yeah. Like you recognize that like something has affected people en masse here. Like
on a large scale, there is something untoward that's happened that scrambled their brain in this particular way.
Yeah, exactly. Like and as people are kind of realizing things, like as the word Hogswatch gets said to them, and like they actually, you manage to get across to them that it hasn't happened. Like, because it's almost like if you mention it in passing conversation, people don't even register it like in any conscious way. The moment you've actually brought them to think about it consciously here, you see that like people are just, it's almost like it was just wiped from their ability to see. Like you can see like this disconnect that had happened within them.
They've affected the people's belief by wiping the idea of it from their minds. Like wiping, so they don't even perceive that they're missing it, so that they don't believe in it because they don't realise that it's not happening.
They don't believe in it because they forget it was ever a thing anyway.
Yeah.
The bastards.
Johnson goes, that sounds proper fucking.
So there must be some point of origin.
So
who's powerful enough to curse an entire city?
A god.
The king.
Good dramatic paper.
It's a real shame it's not closer to the end of the game. That would have been a great place to end the session on.
Oh, it is, because we're only going till 1:45.
Oh, were we?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, right, cool. Even better then. So, yeah, cool. Yeah.
I just have to write.
I've never been happier to end a session because it was the perfect moment.
Okay. Cool.
Join us next week.
Oh, God! The curtain drops.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it won't be next week, sadly. Unless I can find a way to DM from the hotel.
I can serve you of dealing with people and learning, you know.
Oh yeah, I've got some fucking armory like training course thing next week.
Yeah, don't stretch yourself out trying to DM as well and like get stuff ready for another session.
No, well, he's gonna be in a fucking hotel.
Yeah.
So he's not even gonna be here. So I think we need to leave it to the week after.
Yeah, or at least probably the Saturday.
Today,
yeah.
If you.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll let some tension build up. We're all fretting now.
Yeah. You guys found out and did quite a bit in that session.
That was productive.
Yeah. That
and it was nice as well because last time we did such a big fight, and this time we got to roleplay.
Yeah. Yeah, too much battle is going to be tiring.
Especially when they're fucking massive dragons and I'm a fucking tiny frail druid who doesn't know how to do D&D yet.
You did level up from fighting that dragon, didn't you?
I don't think I did level up last session, but I can't remember.
I think you should have leveled up from fighting that dragon. Let me see what level.
I'm level 9.
Yeah, definitely. I think after fighting, I think you should be at level 10 now, so you can sort that out.
Okay, I'll level myself up between sessions and change my spells up a bit.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Awesome session, guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, well played, everyone.
See you soon.
All right, take care. Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, see ya.